been?
I've been good. Just taking it easy.
How's the market?
Huh?
How's your market?
My market of what?
Real estate.
Oh, I have to renew my license. So I have to be taking my own.
So you're in the chilling mode, huh?
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to find right now I cannot work because I'm on three-year probation. My bankruptcy. So once I start making money, if I don't make money during the 3 years,
I could tell. I could tell.
I have to wait one more year to file for work. So that's it. But I'm trying to keep my life in active. You know, my house is on the market. I'm on my house right now.
Where is that at?
That's in
I
my
get it
house.
in the mail next. I can bring it to you if you want.
The corner.
That's okay.
How much are you getting?
Elder Trujillo
How big is it?
I get them and then I don't have time to read them, so I really should stop this subscription because
Heavy?
Got everything. Got air conditioner, heater, sprinkler.
I almost took your gavel.
Sorry, she stole the thunder. We'll look it up.
Yeah. Nothing.
Terrific.
On Pacific.
oh, Pacific. Oh,
fail me.
We thought maybe you had attended the State of the City.
We have 30 positions, 29 staff.
This is it, right? Because we don't have
No, we don't have.
Shelley anymore.
I recommended 2 people. One of them, he's out there now filling out an application, or she's going to give him the application. 4. Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the City of Stockton's Civil Service and Equal Employment Commission meeting. Can we please have a roll call?
Yes, good afternoon. Commissioner Singh,
Here.
Commissioner Vigil,
Here.
Vice Chair Sanchez,
Here.
Chair Sloan.
Here. At this time, it is public comment for any of the closed session items. Is there anyone wanting to speak? Okay, seeing none, I will announce that we will now go into closed session.
Commission is now adjourning for closed session regarding action items 3.1 through and including 3.6. There are no facts or circumstances to disclose at this time.
Okay, I would like to call the regular session of the City of Stockton Civil Service Equal Employment Commission meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Singh,
Here.
Commissioner Vigil,
Here.
Vice Chair Sanchez,
Here.
Chair Sloan.
Here. This time, we'll do the pledge to the flag, and Commissioner Sanchez, can you? Thank you very much. I pledge allegiance to the flag
One
and
nation.
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, we will have a report of the action taken in the closed session.
Excuse me, I'm having a computer issue. It distracted me. Commission has reconvened from closed session regarding action items 3.1 through and including 3.6. All of the commissioners were present during the entirety of the closed session. Report is as follows. Regarding action item 3.1 through and including 3.5, by unanimous vote of the commissioners present, the respective certified lists were approved. Regarding action item 3.6, by unanimous vote of the commissioners present, the names from the respective eligibility list were removed. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We are now at citizens' comments or announcements. Seeing none, we will move on to the adoption of the consent calendar. We have on the consent calendar today the approval of the Commission's minutes of April the 20th of 2017.
I move 1.1 to approve.
9.1?
9.1 to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Seconded.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone oppose? Abstentions? Okay. We are now at unfinished business. We have no unfinished business scheduled for today, so we will move on into a request for appeal and public hearings. And it's my understanding we have 11.1, and it is to set a hearing. Do we have a date?
Yes, we do. It's July 17th or July 20th, whichever works. It will be a one-day hearing.
Okay. And
July 17, you say?
Yes,
the
sir.
17th or the 20th, it'll be a one-day hearing. Which day do you prefer?
Let me
Let them check their calendar, just one moment.
July 20th happened to be our meeting day as well, right?
I believe so, yes.
The third Thursday of the month.
Correct.
So I propose if we can do on Thursday.
The 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you free the 20th? I am. Are you free the 20th?
I thought it was on Tuesday.
It's either the 17th or the 20th.
17th is a Monday and 20th is the Thursday.
I'm on June 17th. 17th is on Saturday.
July.
Oh, July, I'm sorry. Okay, let me go check it. July is on the 20th. Okay. I'm free for 17th and 20th, so it really don't matter. I'm okay. I'm available for both days.
Okay, I'm going to propose that we go with July the 20th. It's the same day as our regular meeting, and so we can also have our meeting and have the hearing all in one day. Okay? And you'll get more details as we go along. And the hearings usually start at 9 o'clock, is it?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So mark your calendars for July 20th.
Yes, we need a motion, ma'am.
Can I please get a motion for July the 20th?
A motion. Seconded.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone oppose? Abstention? Very well, sorry. Okay, public appeals and public hearings. We do have a hearing today, 17-3625. It's a public hearing to amend the police department's rules and regulations. I open the hearing, and I ask for the staff report.
So, Madam Chair, members of the commission, we have Sergeant Jonathan Swain here from the police department to provide you with a PowerPoint presentation of the rules and regulation changes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sergeant Jonathan Swain. I'm with the Professional Standards Section, more commonly known as Internal Affairs within the Stockton Police Department. We've brought forward a change to our rules and regulations manual to be updated for both current case law and for current practice and streamlining of the department. Just to highlight, the current rules and regulations was adopted by this commission on December 6, 2001. So it's over 15 years ago since we've had some type of update. As with anything in law enforcement, there's case law that changes, practice and best practices in law enforcement that change, and along with that comes changes to the to our rule book of the police department, the policy manual. So we started holding meetings. We had meetings with both the City Attorney's Office, the Stockton Police Officers Association, the Stockton Police Management Association, and the Stockton City Employees Association, all of our stakeholders and unions within the department to get everybody's input on the proposed changes. As of right now, with the modifications that are being proposed, there was no significant issues brought up by any of the unions, and everybody is on board with the changes that are being proposed. So the first update is we're correcting the numbering throughout. There's right now it would go 1.1, 1.2, we're changing that, or proposing that we change it to 1.01, 1.02, to make sure that there's no confusion with 1.1 versus 1.10 or 1.10. So there's a clarification on that. Our mission statement is proposed to be updated. I believe in the EEO report from 2 meetings ago, you got a copy of our strategic, the 3-year strategic plan. As part of that, we updated the department mission statement. So this update would make that consistent. And then there's elimination of some that are no longer needed. The one example I have for you is the physical fitness for duty. Due to some updated case law and some other issues, we don't use that. We've never enforced it, and we wouldn't necessarily be able to enforce it. Along with that, there is the ability within the civil service rules that enable to address people for fitness for duty. So it's kind of redundant, and it's not something we can enforce, so we're proposing eliminating that. Some other updates and highlights is for the ridicule and criticism of the department, adding the word electronically. These kind of things with Facebook, Twitter, all that type of internet communication, being able to make sure that that's clear. Eliminating at their residence for the requirement to have a telephone. I've personally been out of compliance with that probably for the first 7 to 10 years without having a landline, with the advent of cell phones and everybody's availability for cell phone communication. We're just updating that with the times. And then an example of a case law change, protecting the crime scene, changing detain to identify. We can't detain witnesses, meaning we can't handcuff them, put them in the back of a police car, that kind of thing. But we certainly want to identify witnesses. So those are just some examples of the changes. The memo that was submitted from Chief Eric Jones to the commission that is attached to the report has a detailed list of all the changes, and I'd be happy to answer any specific questions you have with that. And with that, it would be our proposal that the Civil Service Commission accept the changes as proposed.
Okay. Are there any public comments? Okay, seeing none, I close the hearing, and I ask if there's any questions from the commissioners or concerns.
I did have a question.
Yes.
Can you do the slide back? For eliminating the unable to enforce for the physical fitness, is that because of ADA?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm personally familiar with the case law associated with this, but I do know that the ability to enforce a specific standard is difficult versus just being fit and able to be a police officer. So if you're cleared medically to be able to be a police officer, to set any standard higher than that is difficult. The Civil Service Rules and Commission enables the commission and the department to request a fitness for duty evaluation for both medical and mental reasons. So there's already an avenue that can be used for that.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, how does the commissioners, is there any similar, like, let's see, the regulation of privacy, like information that maybe something that protect them as well as protecting the job applicant, that, like, for example, like I'm on board with the ADA regarding with the quiz, the physicalness, how they're written in languages as far as I'm concerned. Is that to your up-to-date compliant?
I'm sorry, I don't think I understand your question.
I'm more concerned about the testing of the applicant that you receive.
Okay, for the initial hiring.
Yes.
Yeah, all of that is well within ADA compliance for both the physical agility testing as required for being a police officer, as well as the written examinations are all within law and policy.
And privacy laws are in effect in terms of not being public of what those findings are, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Then I would call for a motion to adopt the resolution to amend the police department's rules and regulations.
Move.
You need to open the public hearing, ma'am.
I closed it,
Oh, I apologize.
and I asked for our
I
comments.
was listening for the gavel. I'm sorry.
Okay, so,
I'll move to 11.1.
or 12.1.
Oh, yeah, 12.1.
Okay, do I have a second?
I seconded.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone oppose? Abstention? Okay. We are now at new business. 13.1 is the annual Equal Employment Report of Human Resources. Are there any comments or questions from that report?
Pretty clear.
Nope. I think you all do a lot of hard work. There's no doubt, and I think you're in a little better employed line of things than what you were, I think, a year ago, where you were filling a lot of positions. So kudos for that. Any other comments? Okay, I would entertain a motion to adopt the Equal Employment Report from the Human Resources Department.
I motion to adopt 13.1.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone oppose? Abstention? Okay. Next area is reports and written communications. This is informational item only, and this is a notification of action taken by the Director of Human Resources, amending the classification specification for emergency communication dispatch manager. Are there any questions from the commissioners? Okay. Anything else from staff on that?
This is just a minor change to the minimum qualifications.
Okay.
So this information will be followed by next month information regarding what any changes that might be occur?
I believe the report had the changes in there. Doug, if you want to review it again, you just don't remember probably. But this is for informational purposes only. It's not here for action to be taken.
Okay,
Okay?
no problem.
Okay, we are at board and commission communications or comments. Does anyone have anything to say or add to the beautiful sunshine we're enjoying today? And no, it's not windy, or at least not as bad as it was. What about staff? Anything from staff? No? You guys are quiet today. Okay, I would entertain a motion for adjournment then.
I motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Can I have a second?
I have a second. I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone oppose? Abstention? Very well, we are adjourned. Let's sing. Can I see you for a second?
We're in trouble.
Madam Chair, I was distracted. I've been fighting a computer problem.